Hello students, lesson number 14, elements, compound and the mixture. Under this lesson, today we will see the next part of our lesson. Before that, we will just quickly revise the points that we have already studied. So here it is, we see the matter, about information about the matter, what is matter, its examples we had seen. After that we see the substances and the mixture, then elements, it has a smallest particle, and then today we are starting from the great scientist. So here it is, the scientist named Democritus named a small particle. Here he is the Democritus, and he named the small particles as an atom. Okay, and in Greek language, atoms is indivisible. What is the meaning of atomos? That is indivisible, and atom is a very small particle. We cannot divide it, we cannot produce it, we cannot destroy it. Okay, so he gave the name to it, atomos. So in 1803, John Dalton proposed his theory stating that atoms cannot be created or divided into smaller particles or destroyed. So here first of all, the Democritus said that the atom is the very smallest particle, okay, and he named it as atomos. And 1803, John Dalton proposed his theory stating that atoms created cannot be created, cannot be destroyed, and we cannot divide it. So for example, copper so as you know that he used certain symbols to represent the element. In olden days, when we are understanding that what is atom, every substance is made up of a smallest particle, and that particle is nothing but it is a atom. So at that time, here some scientists, what they had done, they gave the names. Now copper, how we are writing now copper? Cu, copper. Sulfur, how we are writing? Yes, sulfur. Hydrogen we are writing with the H. But in olden days, copper they are writing in C and they circle it the C. Sulfur they denoted the symbol plus sign is given and they circle it. And for hydrogen, dot is in the center and dot is covered. Dot, what happens, is given circle. So in this way, they gave the symbols to the elements. Now oxygen occurs in nature in the gaseous state. You know that oxygen is gas and we inhale the air, and from that air we are taking the oxygen in our body. 2 atoms of oxygen, what they told you, 2 atoms of oxygen. So one atom plus another atom. These 2 atoms of oxygen, what happens, they combine with each other. And they forms the O2 molecule, and reason behind it is the atomic structure is there. Atomic number of this is equal to 8, and 8's distribution is electron 2, 6, and here also 2, 6, and that's why what happens, to complete the octave that is there in the next standard, it is there for you but in the next standard. So here the last orbit to complete the octave means what, 8 electrons must be there in the outermost orbit. So to complete it, what happens, these oxygen, 2 molecules of oxygen combine with each other, they share electrons and they forms the O2 molecule. Okay, so atoms come together and what it forms, the molecule join to form a molecule of oxygen which has an independent existence. Its existence is independent. Oxygen in the air is always in molecular state, means free oxygen we are not getting, we are not getting, it is always in the form of O2. Just like molecules also cannot be seen with naked eyes. We can't see the atom and we can't see the molecule also with our naked eyes. Now here it is, some use our brain powers questions are there. So one by one we will discuss it. Which elements are present in the air? Yes, you know which elements are present in the air. As you know that the oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, then afterwards nitrogen is more quantity in the air. Nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, then sulfur. Okay, then next some dust particles, some inert gases, then water vapors, all are present in the air. So here which elements are present in the air? Just now we discussed these elements. Is carbon dioxide is an element? Is carbon dioxide is element? No. What is the formula of carbon dioxide? CO2. What is element? I said to elements are made up of only one type of particles. Okay, and that's why this is element. Now here carbon dioxide is made up of carbon and oxygen, and that's why it is a molecule. It is not element. What are the properties of the element? Due to the elements are made up of only one type of a substance, those are called as a element. Are the atoms of different element are similar or dissimilar? Yes. If for this, suppose this is a water molecule. Okay, so water molecule has one hydrogen, one oxygen and two hydrogen molecules. If we discuss with the hydrogen, so two hydrogen comes together and they form. So the atoms of different elements are not similar, they are dissimilar. So these are the use your brain powers question. Now here it is the question, can you tell what do the short form of DR? You know that DR, you know that doctors are there, they are writing the DR in front of their name, Dr. Mehra, Dr. Shah, Dr. Kulkarni, Dr. anything. So DR is a short form of doctor. HM for head master or head mistress. Head master or head mistress. It is a short form of it. AC, you know that in our home ACs are there. AC means what? Air conditioner. Air condition. So A for air and C for condition. ADV, advocate. Advocate short form is the, so advocates are there, lawyers are there. They are putting the advocate Patil and all writing in front of their name. So advocate is the short form of ADV is the short form of advocate. Next it is the CM, Chief Minister. Then DC, direct current. DC for direct current, and R stands for. So these letters are there, these short forms are there that we are using for the what different names. So same way here our elements also has some what short forms we are using to show them. So here in day-to-day life we use short forms in many places. Okay, a similar method is used to indicate elements. So which is that method is there? So the scientist Berzelius was the first to use the present method using the symbols of element. So he is the first person, that is Berzelius. He used the method of short form to represent the what? To represent the element. So first of all, the symbol of an element is written in the English script and it is the short form of its name. So if you see here it is a short form, or the names symbols are shown here for the particular element that is given here. Okay, so the symbols are in the English alphabet, English script inside is the short form of its name, and these symbols are the short form. For example, hydrogen's H is the symbol of hydrogen. Yes, then some I will tell you, then you will understand. Sulfur CS they are taken, phosphorus P they are taken. Okay, potassium, that is the Latin name is there, that I will discuss with you afterwards. Fluoride taken, F, oxygen's O taken, nitrogen's N taken, first letter. Carbon's first letter is C, boron's first letter is B. In this way they are taking the first letter symbol. But here if you see here, if hydrogen, if I will decide that I will give the first letter of the spelling to the as a symbol, is it possible for helium? So hydrogen is spelling is also starting with the so hydrogen spelling is starting with H and helium also starting with U. So such a condition is there, and if I will give you write H for hydrogen and H for helium. So it is very, what we are saying, it is difficult to understand which element is there. For example, in our school, in your class also, Pranav, 4-5 students are there, Pranav. If I will say Pranav, then all 5 Pranavs will respond me. Instead of that, if I will say Pranav Patil, Pranav Sawan, in this way, if I will take the names, then you will understand which Pranav that I am speaking with him. Okay, so for that, what we had done here, if the first letter we are giving to hydrogen, first and second letter we are giving to the helium. Same with this lithium's Li means first and second letter. B for boron. B for boron. So for boron we gave the first letter. Boron first letter we gave the B to it. But for beryllium we took the first and second letter. Then carbon. Carbon we gave the C. Nitrogen N first letter. Oxygen first letter as we are using as a symbol. Fluorine's first letter we are using as a symbol. Neon. N for what we are taken? Nitrogen. Now N for neon if I will take, then it is confusing. So for that, what we had done, from neon spelling Neon, Ne we are taken as a symbol of neon. Okay. Now here sodium. Sodium Na taken, that I will discuss with you afterwards. Okay. So here M for Mg, magnesium, and Mg, Mn, manganese. So here for magnesium they took here first and the third letter as a symbol, magnesium. Aluminium first and second letter. Silicon first and second letter, because yes for sulfur. Okay, that's why silicon they took first and second letter. Next it is the phosphorus. P we are taking as a phosphorus first letter. Sulfur, S is a sulfurs. Chlorine, Cl, chlorine first and the second. Carbon they took C. Calcium, Ca, calcium Ca taken, and for chlorine Cl they had taken. For argon, Ar is the letter they are using, first and second letter. For potassium it is a Latin name that we are going to discuss with afterwards, and calcium's first and second letter, calcium Ca, are taken. So in this way, how the short forms are there here for doctor, for Mr., for air condition, same way for the elements we are using the short forms of their from their spellings. Okay, now here some elements, here it is given some elements and their symbols are listed in the table alongside. When the initial letter in the name of two or more element is same, what they told you, if initial letters of two or more elements is same, then that time what happens, a pair of letters is used to write the symbol. For example, C for carbon, here it is I shown you C for carbon, but calcium also what happens, starting with the same letter, and the chlorine also starting with the same letter, that is the C. So for that, for calcium they choose the first and second letter of his spelling, English alphabet, and chlorine's first and third letter they are taking as a to represent the chlorine. So in this way is chosen by whom? Berzelius, for understanding the symbols of the elements. Okay, now today's your work is that you have to learn this all symbols. You have to learn all this box, okay, symbols, because it is very important. Whenever you are doing the studies of the science, we are using the short forms to write the what? Elements. Okay, from the internet reference book, obtain the information about the element and prepare a table according to the format given below. So if you are this is activity you have to do. If for this, if your brother or sister, if it is he is there in the 10th standard, then on their first lesson the periodic table is there. Okay, and that periodic table has all the elements that nowadays existing, all the elements are present inside it. Its names are there, atomic numbers, atomic means electronic configuration, all is given inside it. And you know that some day before one person came to our school, means last year, and he sent 2 charts. Okay, if you have taken that, inside it also names are there. If not, don't worry, just go on internet and type there periodic table, then you will get the information of the elements, and you at least 20 elements you have to write here. Okay, about this, you have to search on net and you have to complete this table. Okay, now the next point is the can you tell question we will take and then we will stop. Which metals do we use in day-to-day life? Tell me which metals you are using. First of all, you just see gold we are using. Yes, gold we are using. Silver we are using, means you are that are there as an article we are using. Then copper vessels are there in our home. Some brass metals they are asking. So copper vessels are there. Irons that pan is there. Bhakri's tawa. Okay, it is made up of iron. So these elements we are using nowadays. Are metals element? So here, if it is a single element made up of single thing, these are metal. If we are taking the steel's example, then it is a what? Steel example, it is not a metal, it is a mixture. So that we will discuss in our next part. So today we are going to stop here only. Okay, thank you and have a good day.